Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm so excited to be your host for this webinar. My name is Zara. For those of you who are listening me for the first time, I'm an awakening facilitator, which means that I provide tools and techniques to people to live a more conscious and a more aware life. Today's webinar, we are going to talk about manifestation. But before we go into the topic, I just want to say something up for all of you. Whatever we are going to talk about today, you all have to understand that one of my favorite quotes by our visionary, Mr. Jafri, is that no amount of prayer and magic can turn your wood into a table. If you want to have a table, you will have to pick up the tools and carve it yourself, which means that this is exactly how our life works. If you want to have something different, if you want to experience a different life, you have to pick up these tools and techniques, apply it, and see the magic unfold. All right, so let's get into the topic. So today we are talking about the word manifestation. First, we are going to get into the definition of manifestation, that what actually is manifestation. Then we are going to talk about the process of manifestation, that what's the process of turning your dreams into reality. Then we are going to talk about some tools and techniques that we'll give out. Then we'll do a quick visualization meditation as full moon is coming up. So I thought that I'm going to record this, send it to you guys. If you want to give it a try during the full moon, that's going to be amazing as well. And then we are going to open the floor for any question and answers. So during the webinar, if you have any questions or if there's anything that you're unable to understand, please do type it in the chat box. By the end of it, we're going to visit the questions and see if we can answer them. All right. Are you guys with me? Can I please have a yes in the chat box so I know that I'm making sense? Perfect. Thank you so much. All right. So the word manifestation. When we think about manifestation and, in today's age and time, all you have to do is log into a social media app and they'll tell you gazillions of ways how to manifest. Do this, do this, do this, the bay leaf, the water, the full moon, the new moon. And one of the reasons that I wanted to have a recorded webinar on manifestation is that a lot of times when we see this information that, oh, it's a powerful full moon, we say, okay, what do we do? What do we do? And I'm honestly here to burst that bubble that it's not that rocket science. It's at the end of the day, it's the same. All right. So, and let's talk about manifestation. I'm sorry, train of thoughts. All right. So manifestation, the actual definition of manifestation is that how you can turn your dreams into reality. All right. That's it. You try to manifest something different when you don't like where you are or you want to change the way your life is headed. Is that correct? So for example, some of you would want to manifest a partner. Some of you would like to manifest more money, more deals. Some of you would like to manifest a house or whatever your desire is, right? So the process of turning that into an actual real reality is called manifestation. It's as simple as that, all right? Now, the process of manifestation is, we are going to talk about that in a bit. But first, let me tell you a story. Even though you are going to hear, and I'm telling you guys this story so you remember this idea. Even though we are going to talk about how you can, energetically manifest things into your life, you also have to understand that everything that's happening in the energetic world has to happen on the material plane as well. And the story that I'm about to tell you is about a girl who used to go to Sunday Mass every Sunday for years. And every time she would go to the church, she'll say, oh, Jesus, please let me win the lottery. And time after time, nothing happened. Few years passed. One day after the Mass, she was walking out and Jesus appeared and goes, girl, help me out. Please buy a lottery ticket. Which means that only prayer doesn't work. If you want to get a job, then you have to apply for it. You have to physically open up those opportunities for yourself. I hope I'm making sense. Again, if you have any questions, please do type them in the chat box. So, the idea of manifestation is based on one and only law. And this law is from Hermetic philosophy, which is a book that combines religion and philosophy. And they have given us a 12 laws of the universe. And one of the very important law of the universe is the law of attraction. All right. And manifestation is 100% based on this law. If you want to manifest something, you will have to understand this law and really master it. All right. Now, law of attraction is as simple as it sounds. It means that like attracts like. So which means that if you want to be something, if you want to manifest something, then you will have to match your energy with that thing. You might have watched these motivational speakers talking about, oh, if you want to become a CEO, start dressing like one, right? That's what it is, because by dressing in a certain way, you're raising your vibration to match to your future self. Hi, Karen. Can you hear me loud and clear, guys? Can I have a yes in the chat box, please? Perfect. Thank you so much. Right. So it likes attracts like. That's the first one. Okay, if you want to get something, raise your vibration. And how do you raise your vibration? Is by understanding that what is holding you back. So there is a pyramid of emotions. If you want to Google it, you can. It's called David Hawkins Emotional Pyramid. All right. So at the top of the pyramid, there are frequencies that are higher, that are enlightenment, courage, love, good frequencies, lighter frequencies. And at the bottom of it, there are heavier frequencies like greed, anger, hate, shame, guilt, all are here. So when you are manifesting a better future, right? What I mean by that is that right here, right now, you may be in the vibration of anger, but if you want your future self to be abundant, or if you want your future self to be peaceful, you have to right here, right now, start working towards releasing that weight so you can raise your vibration and match that future energy. Am I making sense? All right, perfect. Thank you. I see you, Nina. You keep doing the hand gestures, and I'm like, yay, I'm on the right path. All right, perfect. All right, so that was the like attract like. So moving on, the second rule of the law of attraction. So the first is that you have to understand the energy game. Start raising your vibration. Ask yourself, what am I lacking? Why am I feeling lack? It's not that you're lacking something. It's about what you're feeling, which energy you are in. If you're angry at someone, ask yourself, how can I dissolve this anger? How can I truly achieve that calm and peace? All right. The second rule of this is that you have to be grateful for the present day and accept it. You cannot change or go where you want to go until and unless you accept where you are. That's the law. We have to understand that. What we do is that we don't accept our current timeline and we keep wishing for something better. It's form of a denial. I don't like this. I don't like this. Like a little child screaming inside saying that I don't want to experience it. I don't want to experience it. I wish it was different. I wish it was different. The more you say that, the more delusional you'll get. That's not how it works. You have to understand that there is a higher and greater purpose for you to be in this situation. Unfortunately, I think it's the hardest truth to swallow, but nothing in this life is a coincidence. Every single event is teaching you something. So if you keep on hating that idea, then you won't be able to change it. Denial is the enemy of transformation. It's not my fault. I'm not involved. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Just take a moment, take a breather, and reflect and see what's inside of you that has created your external situation. Then only you'll start radiating in the vibration of gratitude, being thankful and being grateful, which is also the second key of the manifestation. So the first one is try to raise your energy, release those energies that are keeping you denser down, right? So you can match it and it will happen faster. The second is bring yourself into gratitude, accept where you are. Otherwise, nothing is changing. Stop hating your situations, turn it into a lesson. Ask yourself, what is it teaching me? What am I missing? Wear a researcher's hat and become a researcher of your own life. Because if nothing changes, then truly nothing changes. All right. So the third one is surrender. We like it, we don't like it. There's another law that says law of attachment. The more attached you are to something, the crazier the whole cycle becomes. I kid you not. And I often used to wonder when we hear stories about these prophets and gurus and these light workers and light beings literally manifesting things like this, giving health to people, giving kids to people. If you actually truly look closely, you will understand that they practice the law of detachment. They're like, okay, divine. And even the word, however you address the divine, you call it universe, Allah, Bhagwan, God, they're just one entity. I will use the word universe because uni, one, verse, word. So just one word anyways, there's one up consciousness. So you truly ask the universe that, okay, I completely lost my train of thoughts, by the way. It happens to me. You'll get used to it. All right, getting back to the topic. Connect with the God, grow and learn from your experiences instead of hating on to them, and see how your life starts to miraculously change. Accept it, ask quality questions. All right, are you guys with me so far? Do we have any questions? Okay, I want to answer that question. So she says, what is the difference between attachment and attraction? I think attraction seems energetically a little lighter, right? So I think that when you're attracted towards that house, you want to, for example, just a generic example, if you want to build a future, I think attachment is when you're overly obsessive about it and you try to control it. Because the law of detachment is that you surrender. You say, okay, universe, that's what I was saying before, that universe, I want to experience this in my life now, and it's over to you. I am ready and willing to receive. And you don't obsessively think about it. I think if you're obsessively thinking about it, then you're way too attached to it. Am I making sense to you, Sharon, or should I explain it a little more? Please do ask if it's confusing still. All right, Nina, are we good? Where's my, all right, perfect, thank you. Okay, so that's what if you want to manifest something, try to detach yourself, get into the vibration of gratitude, surrender, and raise your vibration and your energy and see how your life miraculously changed. A lot of times, guys, we give up too quickly, I believe sometimes that, and for example, if you Google today and say, tell me ways to manifest, there'll be gazillions of ways. People will tell you there's a 3-3-3 method, there's a 4-4-4 method, there's a 7-7-7 method, and there's a 3-6-9 method. And what these number methods are doing, and even if you come across the 7-7-7 manifestation, all of them, what they're doing is that if you, for example, if you're doing 3-6-9, which is these 3 digits suggested by Nikola Tesla, he said it. He said, if you want to understand the world, start listening, understanding the world in terms of energy and vibration, and understand the importance of 3-6-9. The way you manifest with 3-6-9 is that whatever you want to manifest, and you write it in present tense. So you say, so for example, if you want to manifest a partner, you're going to write, or if you want to manifest a job, you are going to write, I am so grateful to experience this opportunity where I am making this amount of money per year, per month, however you want to write it. And you write it 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the afternoon, and 9 times in the evening. Now, according to, and even if the 3-3-1 you are doing, so 33 times you take that affirmation and you write it for 3 days, every day for 33 times. Then the 4-4-1 is that you write 44 times for 4 days. The 7-7-7 is that you write 7 times in the morning, 7 times in the afternoon, 7 times in the evening. If you again Google it, research it, there will be thousands of information and ways out there. But let's rewind back a little. What are we actually doing when we are writing these statements? If you have to understand this, you have to go back to your mind and understand that there's a conscious part of your mind and there's subconscious part of your mind. Whatever you are receiving in your life right now is a result of your subconscious mind. I use this example. It's a really personal example, and most of you might have already know about it. It's about when I came here to Canada in 2007, I was extremely enthusiastic, and it was a really, really big, a different world for me. Not that we were, we were quite privileged back, like we were quite independent back home as well. But here it was a different air, to do things, there were more opportunities for me. And no matter what I do, I wasn't able to receive what I really, really desired. And I remember a conversation with my sister. She did a ABC, a process on me. And through that process, we realized that when I was younger, my grandmother used to say, money is evil. Whoever is rich is away from God. That's I, and she never said it directly to me. I overheard her. It was never a conversation that she had with me, sat me down and said, okay, Zara, I don't know. It was never like that. She was having they'll criticize people who were doing well. Now I understand it was their own insecurities. But having said that, that became my belief system, and that's where I was operating from. So my relationship with money was horrible until and unless I realize that and I reprogram my subconscious mind. So similarly, if you are, for example, use a relationship example. If you want to manifest a relationship, a better relationship, you have to go back between 0 to 7 years old and see that what was the relationship between your primary caregivers, because whatever was going on around you, it was getting written down. Okay. So if, for example, if your father was abusive, all right. So as a 3 4 year old girl, because it's your perception of reality, it's your promise, it's your journey. So you might have made a promise to yourself saying that, my God, all men are dogs, I'm never getting married. Or you can say, okay, this is normal. I want to feel my mom's pain, and you attract exactly the same partner like your mom. Or so there are different belief system that you form, the promises that you make to yourself. And then fast forward, 25 years later, you are doing these manifestation rituals without even realizing that you have that belief system. Your subconscious mind is saying that no, don't go towards men, they're evil. That's your belief system around it. So no matter how much manifestation you're doing, manifestation happens when all the cells in your body are in alignment. If you are feeling a little lack, if you're feeling that resistance towards it, it's going to take a longer period of time. It will happen, it might happen, but it will get a little bit further pushed away. So having said that, now let's come back. Perfect. Thank you. Please do ask questions. If you have any questions, you're more than welcome to type it in the chat box. All right. So that's what the process of manifestation is. So if you want to manifest something, again, I'm going to repeat it until it truly gets drilled in. Number one, you have to get yourself in this state of gratitude. Number two, you have to raise your energy and vibrate it on the same level. Number three, dig deeper, see that what your belief system is saying about that, right? Having a healthy relationship, I have seen people, and you won't believe, I have seen people who are in happy, healthy relationships, and they sabotage their relationship by silly things because they want to feel how their mom felt when she was getting abused. And they'll sit and they'll say that, yeah, my mom used to do that. Do you see that? And without even read, they do, because they have made a promise. So your subconscious mind is an extremely powerful thing. So when you write these affirmations down, what you're trying to do, either 3 times, 7 times, it doesn't really matter. All are precious numbers, all are good numbers. As long as you're doing the work, you do it, you show up for yourself, and you reprogram your subconscious mind by words, by repeating words over and over and over again. I was never the person who would look in the mirror and say affirmations. Unfortunately, I am that person today. And I wake up in the morning, I look myself, and I say, I can do it. Do you understand? And I'll tell you a little thing that I picked up as well. If you are, unfortunately, a people pleaser, unfortunately, you like pleasing people, all right? And you seek validation outside. Don't worry. do the affirmations in third person. Look yourself in the mirror and say, yes, Zara, you can do it. Yes, oh, Zara, you're so special. Because again, it's easier that way. You'll reprogram your, you, even though if you don't want to get into the whole process of reprogramming your subconscious mind, by saying your name in third person, you are actually fulfilling that because somebody else is saying that. And you keep doing that and you can manifest quicker and faster like that. Am I making sense? Okay, perfect. Thank you, Sakana. I can see the head. I love it. Thank you for the visual interactions. I'm truly enjoying that. All right. So, okay. So we have talked about the how you can manifest. We have, again, the number thing. Don't get confused. Don't get, oh, if I'm doing it right or not. I don't know if I did it 3 times, 6 times. Honestly, it's all about the intention. You put the intention out there that by writing these or saying these affirmations, I'm going to reprogram my mind and see the world change around you slowly and gradually, one thing at a time. One other thing that I truly want to, if you're doing this affirmation thing, the best way to see if it's testing, just be observant. See, there would have been a little signs. Don't miss those signs. They give you a little bit of hope that yes, whatever you're doing is working. Sometimes we have such solid expectations of, okay, if I'm going to get the deals, then only this is working. Don't do that. Just look for finding $10 bill in you. If you're manifesting money, see if you find a $10 bill in your bag and see this as a sign that this thing is working. You're slowly and gradually getting there. All right. Amazing. So it's 7:23. I know we have questions here, which I really want to. But before we go into, I'm going to give you a list of tools. So if you guys want, I'll give you a couple of minutes to grab pen and paper, or if you want to just write it on your phone, if you want to, if any of the manifestation techniques you like. And I'll tell you how they are working and what's the idea behind it, so you don't get too hooked on about the whole process. Just focus on the intention. And whenever we have pen and pencil, I saw Sukena. I'm just going to give you 2 more minutes to see, and then we'll start. All right. So the most common one that we hear about is bay leaf. With bay leaf, what all right, I'm going to answer that in a bit. With bay leaf, which is also called tej patta, the idea is that long time ago, our ancestors used to put bay leaf on rice, because it was known that when bay leaf is warmed up or burnt, it gives out an aroma. That aroma is supposed to change how your brain is working at that moment. And if you truly inhale that smell, it's supposed to calm you down. All right. So whenever you hear anything about write this on bay leaf and burn it, understand that what you're doing at that moment is that you're burning that bay leaf. You're writing what your intention is. You're burning that bay leaf to calm your energy down. And then you start visualizing what you want. It's a great way. So for example, if you are feeling anxious, just give this a test. Take a bay leaf and write on it, or just say it out loud. Okay, I manifest being calm at this given moment, and just burn the bay leaf and close your eyes, take a couple of deep breaths in and out, and I kid you not, you will start feeling calm. It's a proven method. All right. And the manifestation idea behind it is that when you inhale that aroma, you raise your vibration. And when your vibration is higher, then like attracts like, which means that you are able to manifest the thing a little better and quicker, because now instantly you are in that vibration. So now write. So for example, you write, you're feeling anxious about something or sad about something. You don't even have to write. I'm just saying, because on TikTok and Instagram, you'll see people using that black. It's just the smell. And what writing actually does, it brings that intention into focus. So you want to feel peaceful, calm, or you want to feel joy, happy, You say, okay, I want to experience happiness. And you write happiness on the paper, on the bay leaf, and you just burn it. Or if you don't want to write it, that's fine too. You say, I want to experience joy in this moment, and just burn the bay leaf and sit there for a couple of seconds, take a deep breath in and out, and see you'll start feeling a little calmer already. And then if you want to manifest something, if you were worried about a deal, if you were worried about a partner or anything else, whatever is in your mind, you focus on that, how are you going to get there? Now, somebody wrote something about visualization. What I'm going to do is that after we talk about these tools and techniques, we'll do a live exercise here and see if that works for you, all right? Okay, so the bay leaf, the second thing is by words. So what you're doing is that you write these affirmations. Try the 369 method because that has the most success rates. You write it in present tense as if you have already got it. So I am working on 5 live deals at the moment. I am working on 5 live deals at the moment. You write it 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the afternoon, and 9 times in the evening. Okay, and see and do it for a couple of days and see where it takes you. And please don't give up. Even, sometimes what happens, we try for a couple of and we miss these little signs, because I truly believe in divine timings as well. As I have said before, unfortunately, nothing is a coincidence. Everything happening exactly how it's supposed to happen, the way it's happening, you have no control over it. You just experience where you are and try to become a better version of yourself. Focus on that and your life will miraculously change. All right, so the second one that I gave you is the number one. The third one is the meditation. So again, because we are trying to reprogram our subconscious mind, meditation is a great way to do it. If you YouTube it, that's what it's doing. It's trying to quieten your conscious mind, access your subconscious mind, and just clear out any blockages, anything that's not allowing you to get where you want to go, and see how you feel about it. Do we have any questions so far? Before I move into the next segment, I just want questions so I can come back and answer them. All right, let's move on. So now the other way that, do you focus on one thing only? Yes, ideally, yes, because now clarity is the key here. A lot, as I said, there are trillion cells in the body. It should be one focus on one thing, all cells agreeing. That's when the magic of manifestation happen. If you hear, sometimes when I initially, very in the beginning, when I used to write my manifestation list, it's a beautiful full moon, and I've heard that, okay, there's a portal that's opening up, and I'm all prepared. I sit down and I'll write, oh, I want to travel 3 times a year. You know what happened? The next thought that comes into my head, I think it's too much. I should do it one. I don't think if I can do, because the reality kicks in. You're like, oh my God, how is it going to happen? But if I truly wanted to manifest something at that moment in my life, I should have first worked on this idea that why do I feel and believe that I don't deserve 3 vacations in a year? That was the issue. That was the problem. I had a major deserving problem that caused a lot of issues in my life. And once I overcame that, my life changed, and it wasn't that rocket science. It's really, really easy. You just have to keep working on yourself constantly and work on your subconscious mind. Release all these patterns, behaviors, these ideas that we have been just taught. We are not here to become an extension of them. We are here to experience something different, something better than them. That's what and how it should be. All right, so let's get into it. Journaling is actually a really great way of doing it. New moon, full moon, anytime you hear any kind of information about new moon and full moon, the only idea here is that moon affects water, and we all are 75% water. All right, so which means that when you hear this information, it's in Saturn, it's in Jupiter. So what they're doing is they're telling you that in your body, that's how it's going to create the effect through your star sign and all that stuff, right? So that's why we say that new moon, full moon is a great time to sit down and write your manifestation. Number one, it's the beginning of the month, right? So it sets the tone of your whole month when you're doing it in new moon. When you're doing it on full moon, you have full support of the moon energy, because it is a really, really powerful energy that it radiates, and it's a great opportunity for us. It's easier for us to calm down during those time, and to have visions and to have dreams and aspiration. Things starts to show up in people's life. It has been observed. There's a really good book if you struggle to work on your subconscious mind. It's by Dr. Murphy. The name of the book is The Power of Subconscious Mind. And you, if you want, you can read that book, listen to that book, and you'll understand the idea. It's not, because it's an old book, so you may not agree with everything that he's saying, but he makes a good, valid point to make you understand what your subconscious mind is capable of doing. We underestimate how powerful beings we are, unfortunately. And then we complain. I always use this example. We live our lives as if we are going into a restaurant, we are sitting down, and when the person brings us the food, we complain that, oh, this is not what we wanted. The server turns around and goes, then you should have asked for something. We just don't ask, because we think that we are not worthy, or how is it going to happen? How is it? We get so caught up in the idea, how, then we don't even have these dreams to begin with. And with manifestation, when you journal, especially when you journal, it gives you clarity why you want what you want. Because a lot of times we don't even know why we want things. And I've seen it happening in relationships so much, that people get into relationships just because it's convenient, and this is what they have been taught. Life is all about what we believe, and that becomes our reality. So amazing. When you sit down, you write down, you will have a clear idea, a clear picture of why you're doing what you're doing, and then you can also get to how you're going to get there. All right, let's get to the visualization part, because it's 7:34. Are we ready? Can I please have a yes in the chat box, so I know everybody is present? And then I'm going to ask you guys to close your eyes, and I'm going to give you a couple of minutes. If you want to go grab water for after the meditation, that's going to be great as well. Amazing. All right. Let's all close our eyes. Take a deep breath in from your nose, and a breath out from your mouth. Focusing on your breathing will help you to quieten your mind. So just relax. Observe how this air is moving down your throat, going towards your lungs, and how you're exhaling, and how each muscle, organ in your body is getting this oxygen, this fresh air. And as you become fully present in your body, slowly and gradually, imagine that you're standing in a place of worship. For some of you, it could be a lakeside. For some of you, it could be a mosque or a gurdwara. It's just a place where you feel really, really connected to the source. And using your mind's eye, imagine that there's this beautiful light that is surrounding you. And slowly and gradually, this light is moving inside from the top of your head, filling up your mind, running down your neck, your shoulders, your heart, going down towards your knees, all the way down to the tip of your toes. Every nerve, every fiber, every cell in your body is bathing in this beautiful light of faith, of surrender. And as this light starts to surround you from the outside, it forms a bubble. And slowly and gradually, you start floating up, up, up and above. You're dissolving the room you're in, the city you're in, the country you're in, and just going up. And as you start feeling lighter, you start to land in this beautiful garden. This is your safe space. And as you start to walk, the grass is springy beneath your feet. The sun is shining. And you can hear water. You start walking towards this beautiful space. And as you enter into this space, you have these doors in front of you. You open the first door, and as you enter, you see the current situation you're in. Whatever issue, challenge that you're facing right here, right now, just think about that, focus on it. And then slowly and gradually come out of that room and move towards the next door. This is the door that has your future self in it. You enter it, and now take all your awareness, all your attention, your focus on how you're feeling when you have manifested what you wanted, what you desired. Imagine what clothes you'll wear, what place you'll be in. Just focus on the details as much as you can. What space is coming in your head? Is it your home or is it outside? And just keep your focus on this thought for a little longer. Start sensing, feeling this joy of receiving what you desired. Fill yourself with gratitude. Be grateful for as your prayers have answered. Just live that moment. And slowly and gradually start sensing, feeling, and imagining that the first door is dissolving and this space is getting bigger and bigger. This vision of a fulfilled dream. Slowly and gradually imagine a light surrounding you, wrapping you in a bubble, and bringing you back, the country you're in, the city you're in, the room you're in, back into your body. Take a deep breath in from your nose and a breath out from your mouth. And now, whenever you're ready, slowly and gradually open your eyes and welcome back. How was the experience, everyone? Have a glass of water and please do share how the experience was. See recognize if you had any resistance, if you felt any resistance towards that second door idea. And if you can, after this webinar, do journal on this thought, and especially if you thought that there was something that you felt that, oh, for even for a second, that, oh, no, it's wishful thinking. Please do sit down and write and see what comes up. Amazing. So we have next 15 minutes. We'll just go over some questions. And again, the full moon is coming up on the 23rd. So please do perform any of these rituals. If you want to write down the 369, do that. Make a list of things. Burn the bay leaf, that works wonders. You can also, some say that even, some say that you might have heard that if you want to release something, you use bay leaf as well. So for example, if you think that you have insecurity of any sort, you write it down on a bay leaf and you burn it with the intention. Again, there's no magic to it. The only idea is that when you're going to burn it, you're going to start feeling more and more calm. And when you start feeling calm, it's easier to let go and surrender. Give it a try. And again, if you have any questions, you are more than welcome to. Please type it in the chat box. One of the other things that I want to mention here is that our next webinar is going to be on 17th of June. Vancouver time, it's happening at 7 a.m. in the morning. So start your day with it if you want. The reason that we are having that webinar is because it is our visionary's birthday. And we are going to share 4 tools, again, really simple, basic, usable tools to live a more conscious and a more aware life. So if you can, or even if you can't attend the live webinar, I said this to a lot of people today, that if you can't attend the live webinar, just register. I know it's a working day because I am going to send this recording to all of you as well. So if you want to listen to the meditation part on 23rd, when the full moon is there, please do give it a listen. And yeah, and that's about it, guys. So I'm going to get into the chat box now to just answer the questions that we have. I'm going to type the link for registration for the 17th. So if you guys want to register, please go ahead and do that. All right, so let's go up. Somebody has to start driving. Thank you so much for showing up. Okay, this one. I saw multiple moons in my dream today. But, usually they say when you have dreams, it's just that part of your subconscious mind trying to connect with you. So the truth of the matter is, my love, that when you go online and you see, people will give you gazillions of reasons why you're seeing a moon. But it's a very unique interpretation for you. So maybe moon can represent illumination. It can also mean, because what full moon is actually known for is getting rid of the veil, making things more visible, because it's so much light, so you can see things clearly. So when you see moon, And when you have these dreams about moon, that's what it usually represents, that you need to see all the areas of your life. There's going to be more light in your life now. Again, it's a very personalized meaning. So see how it works in your life. All right. Again, if you are very okay, perfect. So if you are somebody who has difficulty in visualizing, try the writing thing. The idea here is that it's not that one thing is better than the other, right? Do this, it is going to happen. It's not one shoe fit all, because we are such unique individual and we are wired so differently that different techniques works differently for everyone. All right, so if you can't visualize, then you do the affirmation, and especially do the affirmation by looking at yourself in the mirror, because a lot of times we are unable. There are two big reasons people are unable to manifest. Number one, they have deserving issues because they think they don't deserve it. Number two, they don't do the processes properly, like they give up very quickly. So please find your niche. I looked at the question and I completely lost my train of thoughts. All right, so what do you focus on? Yes, one thing at a time, because you have to be extremely clear about what you want to manifest. You can't dilly-dally. You can't have a look. Even when we're doing the meditation right now, I ask you guys to focus on the details. Details are really important here. So just one scenario, one thing. If you want to manifest a healthy relationship, you just focus on that one healthy relationship at a time. Keep everything. Don't confuse the guides. Just stick to one thing at a time. All right, I'm gonna go a little back. All right, so how do you reprogram the subconscious? We have spoken about it. Do these techniques, do meditations to access your subconscious mind. One of the greatest ways that I have found, especially when it comes to reprogramming your subconscious mind, is the personal peace program. You sit down, you divide whole of your life in five segments, 0 to 5, 6 to 10, 11 to 15, and then you write down any significant events that you remember from that time frame. All right, so that will make you aware of, and it will allow you to see the pattern, see that where is this energy coming from. So maybe one time when you were a 3-year-old or a 4-year-old girl, you were publicly shamed for something, and right here, right now, you're trying to become something, or try to record videos or try to become an influencer, but because you have that experience in your subconscious mind about that feeling of getting publicly shamed, you don't want to pursue it. All right, and then you'll realize it that, okay, maybe I'm not making videos because it's out of the fear of that point. And then you do the inner child healing and see how your current reality shifts. I think it's very simple. It's not very hard, but when you actually do it, I agree that it could get a little bit nasty, but you have to try. How to cleanse and protect our aura? Use sage. It's a great way. Water, my favorite. I think that water is one of the greatest way to cleanse, clean anything that you want to. If you want to cleanse your aura, anytime you're taking a shower, before hopping into the water or after washing yourself with soap and everything, one last time, you put the intention out there. You say, I invoke the healing abilities of this water to cleanse my aura, or to whatever your intention is. Like if you're feeling a little bit down, and if you feel like you're feeling negative or angry, you can actually take a shower and use water to cleanse that energy out of you. There is a reason why all the religions focused on water so much. Hindus have the Ganga, Sikhs have the Jal, Muslims have the water from Kaaba, right? The Christians baptize, because water is a amazing element. So please use water as a healing and cleansing tool. That's one thing that you can do. The second thing that you can do is you can do saging. So what sage, the science behind sage is the smoke of it. All right. So dhoni, it's the similar thing. So what these do, anything that gives out this smoke, what it does it, that it wipes the whole energy clean if you do it with the right intention. So, which means that imagine if your life was, if your room was a whiteboard and it is cluttered with memories of emotions and, whatever happened in that room, the energy is there. And every time you walk, if you had an argument in that room and every time you walk into that room, you feel heavy or dense, anything to do with smoke, if you do that smoke, it will wipe out all those memories. So you do sage, so it does exactly the same thing. Perfect. So sage does, it's the smoke and the intention. Don't focus on the words too much. The best thing is you do your prayer. If you want to do Mool Mantra, if you want to, whatever works for you, you do it. Just put the intention out there that I'm using the energy of this sage, or I invite the energy of this sage to cleanse my aura. I allow and do it an inside cleansing and as well with that. Often we just cleanse outside. I think it's really to just do some aromatherapy with it as well. Yeah, it works. I have heard great things about it. So I'm so happy it's working. All right, everyone. So we have 7 minutes to go still, but because I want you to truly, truly, and really, really journal, please do journal. Don't get up from this and call it a day. Take this time out. If you don't have a pen and paper and you're outside, just open notes on your phone and write down how you felt during the meditation. And if you even have any questions that you're not typing in, you're not comfortable to type in, and when you see me next time, please do bring them in and I'll be happy to answer them. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. It was a pleasure hosting you all. And for those of you who are listening to a recording, you guys are also more than welcome to send me an email if you have any questions at keylightcenter@gmail.com. Please do send in the questions. I love questions. With lots and lots of love. Until we meet again, keep allowing miracles. This is Zara Jaffe signing off for now.